Oh my God!
Oh my God!
Oh my God! No!
Oh my
Guys,
God!
my God! What are you doing? No, this is wrong. Oh my God! Look at what you did to him! Oh my God!
I mean, it's amazing no matter how many times you see it. If you were there, you wouldn't believe it was going on. That was a video of a man being dragged from a United flight from Chicago O'Hare Airport after 4 passengers were selected at random to give up the seats they had paid for. He refused to leave. Here now respond is Mercedes Colwin, Fox News legal analyst. I'm so happy to be talking to a lawyer about this because you look at this situation. My first question, when is it legal to put your hands on somebody?
Exactly, especially when he started screaming. Apparently, this is what the airline's saying, is that he raised his arms. Of course he raised his arms. All these people rushing at him. He had no idea. He said he wasn't going to leave the plane. And once they put their hands on him, and he's objecting, screaming, you can hear him screaming. Of course, all the other passengers are up in arms as well. It shows you the environment. This is not something that's permitted under the law. This is flat-out battery.
So if they were security, could they remove him from the plane, or they would have to have said he was doing something disruptive? I mean, when can you physically put your hands on someone? They have to provoke it?
They have to either provoke it, or 2, if they're being somehow disruptive, not to you as a person, but if you're security, you say, listen, you need to leave the plane, control the situation. These are people presumably that are trained in these types of crisis moments like this.
Yeah.
Obviously, all that training went out the window. I mean, you can see his face. He's bleeding from his nose. His lips is totally disoriented. Completely outrageous.
I kept waiting for part of this story to be untrue because it's one of those ones where you're like, this can't possibly be the case, especially when they said they offered 400, no one took it. They offered 800, no one took it. They needed 4 people to go off, so they just went through the list and told people, you're getting off the plane. Is that even legal?
You know, there's a little tiny print that you can be removed from the plane. If you look at your ticket, there's this tiny, tiny little print that says that. But here, anybody that looks at this case, and if he brings a lawsuit, they're going to be like, wait a minute, you removed him forcibly, you bloodied his face. Why couldn't you just rented a car for the 4 people that needed to be on that plane because you're 4-hour drive? Oh, wait, so you have 4 employees that need to get there to Louisiana? Get a car for them. They'll drive the 4 hours. Instead, you're going to put your hands on this passenger, drag him out the way you did. Complete PR nightmare.
I mean, at this point, the amount of money that it's going to cost them, obviously, is a lot more than it would have cost them to even scramble another plane or something like that, or get more crew over there, or pay someone overtime, or whatever they had to do. How much do you think they end up paying this guy? I mean, I was shocked today when you saw the blood on his face, and we don't know exactly how that happened because you don't see that part in the video. You just see all of a sudden that he's bloody. But what do they have to pay? It's got millions and millions, no?
I mean, it could be in the hundreds of thousands. Plus, they just want to silence him. It's one of those, the CEO fell flat on his face, missed the opportunity to really clean up the mess that had happened on the plane. And, of course, now you have this PR nightmare. You've got boycott, United Airlines, all of this traction out there. Silence him, give him a few $100,000. He may not take another United Airlines flight, but at least pay him off.
A few $100,000. That sounds really low to me. But I mean, he was pulled up. He was humiliated. I mean, because the video, they're dragging him down. His shirt is up. You know, he's humiliated. He's bloodied. I mean, it sounds. I don't know. A few $100,000.
Yeah. Well, I'm a defense attorney, so maybe if you're on the plaintiff's side, maybe they're like, no, this is millions. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
But if a jury it would be unsustainable by a jury if they gave him a few million. Although some jurors would be like, this is outrageous. You'd have to give him punitive damages because what they did was so outrageous. We need to punish the CEO, punish the airlines, punish his personnel that started touching him and dragging him out. It could be in the millions. I'm not sure it's sustainable in the court of appeal.
What do you feel, I mean, as an attorney, and I know this isn't your specialty, I'm putting you on the spot here, but I think a lot of people look at this and they feel like they've been pushed around by airlines, and you don't know what your rights are. I mean, you said it's in the fine print of the ticket that they can take you off the flight. In truth, you really don't have a lot of rights in the plane situation when it's kind of like get on and shut up, or we're not going to take you. That is a little bit the way the law works, no?
It is, but where there's justice is if this case ever goes to court and then you've got jurors that all feel like, wait a minute, we have been mistreated at airlines. Now I'm going to give it to this airline. Now I can be able to punish that airline for all that I've had to deal with. So there is some justice at a later point in time, but frankly, some of these issues that come up in these airlines, they really do try to shut it down so they can avoid this PR mess that United Airlines is in.
And it is a market. I mean, I guess that you should just not fly United if you feel like this is really an outrage to you. Vote with your dollars. There you go.
Exactly.
Mercedes, thank you.
Great to be on.
Thanks.